The reason why we are talking about Bronny James is because they said he was first. No, it ain't giving me that option. Like if you leave the video and come back, I think it'll give that option again. Like as people come on, they ask me, do I want to add them? Sean Preston says he has the right, but he has to be willing to accept what comes with what he says. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. When Brian went on there and made that tweet in 2023 and said Bronny is better than half these guys I'm watching, you set your son up, bro, because you are this generation's greatest player. They are expecting greatness. You played 22 years. They know that it's a different pedigree from your kid because he came from you, right? So when you say that, that's going to alert everyone. Oh, LeBron said that Bronny is him. So if Bronny is him, we want to see him. We don't want to see G League Bronny. We don't want to see Summer League Bronny. We want to see a Bronny that went to school, is ready mentally and physically for the NBA. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see a G League kid who was pushed into the league by his father, because that shows us that Bron got the power. And we knew that, but it shows that it's no longer about talent. It's no longer about being ready, willing, and able to be a NBA player. It's now, and it's always been a situation. What up, Deshaun? It's always been a situation like, yeah, and I'm glad you said that. Bronny is doing what every 55th pick does. What's really the problem? The problem is number one, jersey sales, all the Sports Center talk, all the now, mind you, some of that stuff has died down because this is 1 point a game, Bronny. Now, okay, Charleston, enjoy the game, bro. I know LeBron and them are playing right now, but my whole thing for coming on here was to simply say, let Bronny fight his battles. You pushed him out there. You said leave the nest. Now you're in the because I even remember when LeBron wouldn't even let Bronny take interviews. When Bronny was in high school, when he was like 16, Bron shut that down. They was like, nope, y'all ain't finna mess with my son. So Rufus, to answer your question, he's the 55th pick. He's doing what every 55th pick has done. No, he's not, because he was given a guaranteed contract. Like I said before, okay, the Pistons are beating the Warriors. Nice, nice. 29-24. Thanks for that update. By the way, the Pistons and Warriors both have identical 35 and 28 records. Is the game in Detroit or is it in Golden State? I want to say it's in Golden State. I feel like they're on the West Coast right now. Let me know either way. But I remember when LeBron didn't let his son take interviews, and now he's tweeting about him. All these things, right? There's this great expectation. Most of the players, and I need y'all to help me admit this, when guys go to college and they're one and done, it's because they're a top 5 draft pick. Guaranteed. Maybe top 10. If you go one and done, or at least that's the way it used to be, we live in a participation trophy era where this dude is given an NBA roster spot, given a guaranteed contract. It's in Golden State, thanks to Sean. Given a guaranteed contract, red carpet rolled out for him without a day of earning it. Nothing wrong with Bron saying, you beef with me, keep it with me. My thing is, you can't talk about LeBron James. You can't talk about LeBron James and Bronny James without mentioning Bronny James. Like, When did he ever disrespect Bronny? When did he ever say Bronny is trash? When did he ever say anything worse than he's not an NBA ready talent? Tell me. I want to know. I want to know when the disrespect came into play because I don't think he's been disrespected. He's not being praised. He's not people. We're dealing with a man that is going to tell it how he sees it. He's the face of ESPN, and I personally love the fact that Stephen A. Smith is not afraid to tell it how he sees it, because a lot of these guys, without calling them any names, because people get off into Uncle Toms and all this stuff. I don't do that. I'm not calling a black man Uncle Tom. Matter of fact, a lot of people don't even know who Uncle Tom was or what he was about. That's another conversation for another day. But I'm not one of those guys that's going to get off into all that. I'm glad that there is a representative of ESPN that is not kissing LeBron's hind parts. I love it. I love it because guess what everybody else is doing? Puckering up. They puckering up. Dictating, okay, let me see, dedicating a segment to how bad a 55th pick has never been done before, right? That's hilarious. Now, this isn't even about necessarily Bronny James. Well, it kind of is, but my point to come here today was to say that as a father, and like my boy Pat said earlier, Bron does not want the best for his son because the best for his son was not pushing him to the NBA prematurely. And this dude came off a heart surgery. Why are we forgetting this? This kid was coming off a heart surgery and he was what? The 10th best player on his team? Really? I mean, you saying it's a 55th pick, but ESPN has treated like he was a top 10 pick. And then y'all want to go on Facebook and say, well, honestly, look at the first 5 picks. They ain't playing so great either. Look at this guy. He had an 0 for 11 shooting night. Yeah, but he proved that he belonged. We're not saying guys won't have bad shooting nights. We're not saying guys won't have a bad night in the league. They all have bad nights. But let's not gloss over the fact that the kid just was not ready. Why are you going one and done and you're not even a good role player on the bench, off the bench? I could see if he was the 55th pick and he averaged like 8 or 9 or 10 points. The dude averaged 4 points and played sparingly. That's what this is about. It's about the manipulation of Rich Paul telling the NBA, because you know what you do when you tell teams don't call? You're robbing this kid of a chance of a team that might actually be interested in him and a team that might actually be able to develop him into the kind of player that he needs to be. The best thing for Bronny James wasn't to be on his dad's team. How is that working out? I'll wait. I'll wait. I got time. How is that working out? Ugh, I don't get it, man. Let me read a couple of comments. What up, bro? What up, Ray Mosley? What up, bro? Bronny is a grown man. LeBron is just making it worse. I understand being a parent because I'm a parent. For instance, my daughter has problems on her job. As bad as I want to do something, and it says read more, see more. Okay, as bad as I want to do something, I know I can't. I have to be an adult in big letters and let her handle it. So you're mad because he has opportunities available that others don't? Rufus said that. I'm not mad at the opportunity. I just don't understand why we can't say something about the nepotism. We should be able to say something. I'm going to just hold this mic. I know that y'all can't hear me talking on the mic on here, but on my YouTube channel, it's plugged in. So Capri says, I'm not mad at no kid deciding to go to the league. College isn't the developmental space it used to be. So why stay if you're not going to be developed properly? That's a good point. That's a good point, Capri. And unfortunately, college is not the developmental grounds that these kids are choosing now. They're choosing the G League Ignite. Why didn't he go there? Why didn't he just go to the G League Ignite instead of allowing the NBA to draft him? David Washington says MJ said my son have to want it, and that was he said that twice. That's a father. I think you're saying that was being a father. Yeah, a kid has to want it. I don't think anybody really knows how Bronny feels. I don't think people care though, and I don't think that LeBron cares. Marlon Woods, what up, bro? All facts. This was Bron's dream to play with his son, and he made it happen whether Bronny was ready or not. 100%, bro. This is my thing. LeBron, and tomorrow is not promised, right? Tomorrow is never promised. But if LeBron James is going to play another 2 years, I think we can agree that Bronny would probably be a little more close to ready in another couple of years. Man, I wouldn't even been mad if he came out after his second year of college. And if USC wasn't the team for him for him to be able to develop his skills and get better as a basketball player. See, my biggest problem is there's too many distractions around LeBron. Like that's why I said he don't want the best for his son. I'm sorry, he don't. If you wanted the best for your son, you would let him heal properly from the heart surgery. You would have uh, allowed him to go to some developmental space before trying to get to the NBA because all you're doing is you're allowing him to be embarrassed. You're allowing him to be embarrassed. Capri, I'm gonna add you, bro. I'm trying to add you now. Okay, it said they're not allowing me to add you. Dang it, I don't know what's going on. It's not allowing me to add people today. I added Rufus for a brief moment, but his video wasn't showing. But what up, Jason Harris? Good to see you, bro. Real story. Absolutely, man. Listen, I'm gonna call it how I see it, man. I'm not hating on LeBron. I'm not hating on Bronny, man, but I'm gonna call it like I see it. And at the end of the day, he's just not a ready NBA talent right now. And I don't know how this story is gonna end. I would love for him to hit the gym this summer. And like, I mean, first of all, he's short, so is he even really a point guard? You know, we just accept anything nowadays, man. This is a participation trophy generation. We don't work hard for stuff. We don't allow our kids to work hard for stuff. We give them what they want. That's a spoiled mentality, man. And I understand LeBron came from Akron, single mother, single parent home, never had nothing. And he's made an amazing life for himself. He's a mogul. He's you know, founder of I Promise School. He has a bunch of businesses. He's put his friends and family in very, very successful positions. These are all wonderful things. But to just, I just think that we're in a time where we just let stuff go and we just allow stuff. Like, and I got some more stuff I want to talk about, but we've been on for 47 minutes now. And yeah, it's it's been quite a conversation. But thank y'all for yeah, these kids are soft, man. It's crazy. Like it's crazy, man. It's such a pampered time. It's such a pampered generation. We just the work ethic isn't there. Everybody want to be buddies. We care more about pregame handshakes than we care about getting shots up. Like no, this ain't the NBA that I love, man. The NBA I love, man, is far removed. And I'm not finna be, get off my lawn guy. I ain't finna be unk. But I'm here to tell you, man, I've seen both. I've been watching NBA my whole life. And this ain't it. This ain't it. Most of these players aren't NBA ready. Oh, you asking a question. Most of these players aren't NBA ready. Cade Cunningham been in the league 4 years. and he's just now playing up to his draft position. If Bronny was drafted higher to a bad team, he would probably have uh, more opportunity to play through his growing pains. And that's very true, Capri. That's very true. However, um, Cade Cunningham was the number one draft pick for a reason. And he's showing you, while averaging 25 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds, why he was drafted number one overall. Honestly speaking, even before this year, he was playing pretty lights out. I won't say lights out, but he was playing like a number one pick according to today's standards. He was always averaging 19 or 20 points, like from get go. But he stepped it up another level this year. Not only is he averaging more points, more rebounds and assists, but he's actually leading his team, and he's actually um, turning the ball over less. He's making smarter decisions. He has some veterans around him. He has an actual coach who knows how to coach a player like a Cade Cunningham. So his supporting system around him is one of the main reasons why he's playing better. They give him the confidence he needs to go out there night in and night out. And I absolutely love the Dennis Schroeder trade because you got a veteran point guard that came in who they needed it. All right, Deshaun Smith, what up, bro? He says if Bronny played for a different team, he'd be on the bench for garbage time, and pretty much kid had no business being drafted. Absolutely, man. And I'm not even finna keep going into that because he has been drafted. He's in there. Let me see what Rufus says. Rufus says, keep it real. Folks only have a problem with the 55th pick and his numbers because of who his father is. Nobody questioned the other 54 players in front of him and if they deserve to be in the league. Well, depend on what kind of conversations you've had with your friends and colleagues. But at the end of the day, for him to have the number one selling jersey and all of this ESPN time, I mean, and then LeBron saying my kid is better than half these guys in the NBA. Yeah, you kind of got a target on your back, and rightfully so. You can't have all these expectations and all. I think more than anything, the people were optimistic about how Bronny was going to come in the NBA, what that picture looked like, and for all intents and purposes, man, he's been very underwhelming. He can't shoot 3 pointers at all. He's undersized. He's 6'2", but he does play bigger than he's 6'2", but he's small. Is he really a point guard? I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah, man. At the end of the day, LeBron is going to have to live with the decision he made to nepotize his son to the NBA. And don't be surprised if the NBA throws him away after LeBron is gone. Now, I don't know what kind of power he has. I don't know all the background and the backstories and the background stuff, but you know, and by the way, Adam Silver is not a good. That's another story for another day. Adam Silver is a terrible commissioner. Oh, I don't. I miss David Stern. God rest his soul. But for everybody that tuned in, man, that locked in with me, man, on this conversation, man, I definitely appreciate it. I'm pretty sure that there's a lot that we could have discussed, but I love the interaction because I'm able to reply accordingly. It's always good to hear you guys' feelings and thoughts about any subject that we bring in. Nepotism isn't a problem for any other families. That's hilarious. But let's, you about to start a whole nother conversation, man. Yeah, it's just the fact that the expectation was higher for this kid. He came in playing like cheeks. He came in playing pretty bad. And we can now clearly see, now the world can see. Because another thing I didn't even mention, when Brownie was in high school, they hid his stats. They hid his stats. Coach Prime creating opportunities and folk like. But you know what? With Coach Prime creating opportunities, his son, now Shador is going to be drafted in the first round, but the other son, I don't know. I don't know what that looked like. That he might be a fifth round pick or something like that. You know, um, Prime is not an example of nepotism because Shador Sanders just so happened to be the best quarterback, and he went with him. And Shador's numbers speak for themselves. If even if it was nepotism, let's just say that you put a check next to nepotism for Coach Prime. Shador is living up to it, bro. Now we're gonna see what happened when he gets to the NFL, but college showed that he's a first round quarterback. College showed that, and he did it at different places. He did it in Mississippi. He did it in Colorado. We're gonna see if he does it in the NFL. And you know what? It may take a couple years, but he shows that he's a NBA talent, NFL talent. I'm sorry. Shador has shown that he will be a successful NFL quarterback. Travis Hunter as well, and the other Sanders son, I forget his name, but he'll be a good NFL player as well. I just don't know where he's going to fall as far as the draft stock and all of that. But listen, man, it was good kicking it with y'all, man. I love you guys, man. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I'm going to be going live at least once a week, possibly twice a week, but I'm going to start posting when I'm going live so that you guys can tune in with me, man. This is going to be up on my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, follow my YouTube channel. The name of the page is Rutley Sports Media. Rutley Sports Media. Rutley Sports Media. And then follow my Instagram page, Ready Set Rut. Follow my Twitter/X page, Ready Set Rut. Cause we ready and we setting and we finna go. Let's get it. Peace and love, man. Thanks again. All right. See y'all next time.